Memorial Day weekend? Where is the display supporting and showing homage to our men and women, the military? There's nothing. There's a couple of little made in China patriotic pieces of shit here. Where's that? Last week was Cop Week. Did we put a display up supporting our police? No, we didn't. Target. What about November? In November, do we get a veterans display that says proud to be a veteran? No, we do not.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah,
I don't need to scream. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I just talk loud.
Yeah.
I hope that corporate is watching this
I just need you to lower
because this is bullshit. No problem with the pride section. Take the kids out of it. That's what you have to do. Get rid of the kid shit that doesn't belong in here. You cater to 0.1%, and 99% of us buy this shit in this store, but that's coming to an end. Corporate better change their ways. You're going to go down like Budweiser.
Sir, please, sir. You have to exit the store. You're a trash special, and they're no.
That's all right. You want to call the cops? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll be doing whatever the I want. Bullshit. Shame on you people going in here. You people complain, but you're still shopping this shit.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Guys, we got to talk about Target because they have become a target for the next Bud Light-esque boycott because they are targeting kids with their Pride paraphernalia, clothing and merchandise that they are selling, okay? And people are pissed off about this. People are fed up with the woke propaganda, with woke capitalism that has been forced on the people by woke corporate America because apparently, right, they want to increase sales, right? This is what they say, okay? They say that, look, we're doing this to try to sell more stuff because, you know, young people are LGBTQ friendly and therefore we're trying to be inclusive of everybody, okay? And these companies think that this is going to help their bottom line, trying to appeal to what at least today is a small minority of the population. However, a lot of these companies are betting on long term, okay? They're betting on the long term. They're saying, look, 20, 30 years in the future, this is going to be so normalized and we want to make sure that we get ahead of the curve, okay? Now, that's personally what I believe in regards to why these companies are doing it is because they think that in the long term, they can make money off of it, okay? Now, some of you guys, think that, hey, this has more to do with a globalist agenda, right? More specifically, trying to increase their ESG scores, which, in my opinion, just comes back to capitalism, right? Because ESG is just simply a way of, telling investors, okay, that, hey, our company is woke, okay? And hopefully that results in more capital being invested in the company as the company becomes a part of what they call these ESG funds, okay? But, I mean, it all comes back to capitalism, to be quite honest with you. The capitalism is just woke, okay? And I think people got to understand exactly what's going on here. These companies really do believe that they can make money off of this, okay? However, the answer to that is to prove otherwise, right? You just have to prove these companies wrong and say, no, you can't make money off of this, right? That is how you push back against woke capitalism, aka stakeholder capitalism, okay? So, and that's what's happening with Target, apparently, as Target has taken a brutal beating in their stock performance. Now, I got to be honest with you guys, their stock decline has been going on for 6 months now. It's down 14.07% over the past few months. 10.92% over the past month. But if you look over the past week or so, over the past 5 days, more specifically, when the boycott actually kind of started to heat up, they're down 8.35%, okay? And today they're down 0.84%. Now, again, does this really have much to do with the boycott? Probably not so much as it has to do with the overall macroeconomic environment that retailers are currently facing. But who knows? I mean, it could have some effect on how shareholders or stock investors are looking at the outlook of Target, especially considering what happened to Bud Light, okay? They tried us with Bud Light, right? They tried us with Bud Light and they said, hey, you conservatives ain't ish, right? Y'all don't have the cojones to stick out this boycott, okay? You had some banks coming out here even telling their investors to buy. They say any drop in Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch short term is simply a buying opportunity, okay? So they said, look, we're going to bet millions that conservatives can't stick it out, right? Just for a month later, you got Wall Street now downgrading Bud Light and saying, nah, y'all might want to, hold, right? Don't sell, don't buy, just hold, because we don't know what's going to happen here with this boycott. We don't know. These people actually got more cojones than we thought, right? So, hey, now it's Target's turn, and we got to make sure that we don't forget about Bud Light, right? But it seems like Target is the next target. And just like Bud Light, Wall Street is telling Target, stay the course, right? Continue to worship at the altar of ESG rather than your current customer base. This is what they're saying. Take a look.
What advice could you give companies that sort of get swept up in this?
Well, the issue is, who are you beholden to? Are you beholden? You're beholden to many different stakeholders, but in particular, you're beholden to your investors. And investors are not are not pulling back from looking at how companies affect and are affected by society, how they are affected by the environment, and how ethical issues, which is governance, address their business. These are maybe not going to address the Bud Light 6-week stock drop, but ESG is a long-term investor risk and opportunity issue, and investors are not going to look at a 6-week stock drop from one company as something that is really
Heidi,
important.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that, right? This is what Wall Street is telling these companies. Hey, are you beholden to your actual customers, or are you beholden to us, okay, the ESG investors that want you to be woke, right? Because we have lots of capital to give you guys, but if you're not woke, you might not get this capital, okay? So again, we'll see how it plays out, but you guys are kind of seeing the dynamics at play here, how, the ESG investors are basically in direct opposition to the customers that a lot of these companies are going after, right? They're telling these companies that, hey, you got to be woke if you want to make money in the long term, if you want to get capital inflows today. But, customers are telling companies that, hey, we don't want to be sold this stuff, right? You're not really marketing to us in a way that we like, right? So again, it's an interesting thing to behold. But in the meantime, Target is getting trolled, right? The same way kind of Bud Light was getting trolled, except this time, again, it's actually happening in their stores. And I think it's hilarious because Alex Stein released a troll video in which he went into Target and tried on one of their tuck-friendly swimsuits. And I think it's absolutely hilarious because it points out some of the ridiculousness of some of this merchandise in the first place. Take a look.
This is not, you guys see this? It's tuck-friendly. You see? Extra tuck. Awesome. Yeah, I saw it on TikTok, so...
We're at Target, checking out their tuck-friendly Pride collection. That's right, guys. Extra crotch coverage, tuck-friendly construction. Thank you, Target.
No, it is. I don't think this is the tucking one.
Yeah, it is. Look.
Tuck-friendly construction. Okay, well, let's see how tuck-friendly it is.
And well, you can.
Wow, it's so tuck-friendly. It's nice to do. Let's come in. I love the tuck-friendly bathing suit. They hide all of it. Look, this is nice. You guys see this? It's tuck-friendly. You see? Extra tuck. It's awesome. Yeah, I saw it on TikTok, so this extra strap right here. It just looks so good. But you can't even see it, guys. It's like, this is the best tuck-friendly construction I've ever seen. You see this? Target is so progressive. I love it. Thank you, Target. I just feel like I could run. Oh, I can exercise in this. This is is what I'm talking about. You can train in this thing. I'm all tucked in. We're getting it. Can't wait to wear this around the pool.
Yeah, so why do I find this to be hilarious? Well, the reason why is because, well, one, he's not getting in the face of any Target employees or anything like that. I do not advise people do that, okay? Don't harass the employees because they just work there, right? It's not their fault that Target decided to sell Satanist designed clothes and sell, you know, pride paraphernalia to children. It's not their fault, okay? There are some TikToks and videos put out there, people actually harassing employees. That's wrong. What Alex Stein is doing, though, is actually hilarious because he's not harassing anybody. He's just simply trying on the tuck-friendly clothes and kind of revealing how ridiculous it is because he's clearly not trans, right? But the Target employees can't really say anything to him because you risk being called transphobic, right? If you say anything to somebody like Alex Stein going in there that's clearly trolling and him wearing that tuck-friendly bathing suit, again, you risk being called a transphobe, right? Because you don't know what he identifies as, right? You don't know if he's actually going in there to legitimately try on that tuck-friendly swimsuit. Again, it's absolutely hilarious to see how uncomfortable those people are. But again, it shows you that, I mean, that's how uncomfortable a lot of society is with most of this stuff, okay? I'm just saying, right? Again, it's just funny to see the faces of people in there when they actually see a man walking around with his junk out in a bathing suit. People know he's obviously not trans. But again, when you see a biological man walking around with their junk out, but they say, hey, I'm a girl, I'm a female, you're supposed to be comfortable with that, right? That's supposed to be normal, right? When again, the whole point is that, yeah, this doesn't make sense, okay? Again, it's just funny how it works. It's the same thing with women's sports, right? People think that it's totally fine and normal if somebody says, hey, I'm a woman or I'm a girl, okay, and they sincerely believe it, and then they go out there and they compete in sports, and then they dominate all the biological girls. Totally fine and normal. But if somebody who's trolling, you know, walks up like a big muscular man or whatever, a superior male athlete says, hey, I'm a girl for a day, goes out and dominates, you know, the trans athletes or whatever, they want to boohoo, whine, and cry about it, right? But again, all it does is just exposes how ridiculous a lot of this stuff is in the first place, right? And sometimes you have to go to these types of extremes. You have to just make fun of it. You have to take advantage of it in order to show people just how silly it is, right? And I think that's what Alex Stein is doing here, and it's absolutely hilarious. So with that being said, I mean, we'll see what happens to Target in regards to this boycott. It's going to be much harder to boycott Target than it is going to be when it comes to Bud Light. But there are, you know, alternatives to Target. I mean, Walmart, you know, not a great place to be. Try to avoid Walmart at all times, but, you know, people can shop online. You know, people can find other, you know, chains or whatever to support. But yeah, this is going to get interesting. It's going to get very interesting. It's not even Pride Month yet, and you're seeing the stuff all over the place. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.